Reportedly agreeing to a 4-year, $273 million extension to stay with the Cleveland Cavaliers. That's according to ESPN. Mitchell just completed his 4th season in the land, averaging just under 28 points and making his 7th career All-Star team. The Cavs finished 4th there in the East this season before being swept by the Knicks in the conference final. But it is an important offseason for the Cavs with a potential reunion with LeBron James still a possibility of returning back home. When it comes to those most playoff points per game, Mitchell is in the conversation. Top 7, right behind LeBron James, who they're seeking there at 27.8 points per game. So locking down one of those key pieces for maybe a title run in Cleveland. All right, to tap in all this, Coach Avery Johnson tapping it. And, Coach, when you think about it here, he could have waited to next summer to maybe cash in a bigger payday. But to get this done now, what does it say about Donovan and the team as they chase maybe a title run here?
That's what he's doing. He's chasing the title. When you look at Jalen Brunson basically giving up some more money to fit other players in, that led to a championship. So it's a little bit of a copycat league. But I think with Donovan, he said, look, let me try to make the best decision, get a nice payday for myself, maybe not as much as he could get if he waits another year. But this is also sending a message to a LeBron James, like, hey, man, I'm locked in. I'm ready to go. We really want you on our team. We feel we fit a lot of the parameters that you're thinking about. I've never played with a player like you before. So I think this is on a personal level. He did what was best for himself overall to win a championship. He really loves Cleveland. He and Dan Gilbert has been locked in step from day one when he got to Cleveland. And then I think the LeBron James situation, I think he wanted to basically put this to bed and not be in any contractual situation with Cleveland, especially when he created a bad look. So I really applaud Donovan Mitchell for doing exactly what he did.
So like you said, if LeBron James is looking there from the outside looking in, is this the only domino? Is there still maybe a chance that we could see LeBron looking and waiting to see what happens with James Harden? Does that reel him in? Your thoughts on what Cleveland, maybe other moves they need to make?
Yes, I think that's the next move. What are they going to do with James Harden? I think he'll sign another team-friendly deal. And I think LeBron is also looking at 1 or 2 players that he can bring with him to Cleveland or moves that they can make to trade for the right player. I still think they need a defensive-minded point guard, similar to a Drew Holiday. So Drew Holiday's won 2 championships. He's played with LeBron on the Olympic team. So I just think at the end of the day, LeBron is trying to look at the totality of a roster. And if he goes to Cleveland, who else can he bring with him that has experience, that has the professionalism, especially if James Harden is struggling in the playoff game, who can they insert into that lineup that has that championship pedigree? And Drew Holiday would be one of those guys.
Well, let me ask you this, Coach. If they are able to make those moves, is that enough in the East? We've seen the shakeup there. Obviously, Giannis in Miami. You got Kawhi back in Toronto. Are they enough there, maybe top 3 to compete with those teams looking to get back to the finals?
Absolutely. They make those moves that I just described. They would be the number 2 seed, the second favorite in the East behind the Knicks. The Knicks are still not getting as much respect overall as they should, and I got a tremendous amount of respect. But Cleveland would catapult Toronto. They're already ahead of Miami, especially if they can make those moves.
You see it there, 20-1 in those odds to win it all. They're tied with the Raptors, but 5th overall behind your Spurs, the Thunder, the Knicks, the defending champions.
Christina and Scooby with you. The top NBA free agent left on the market is none other than the King, LeBron James. His agent, Rich Paul, saying at least 27 teams have shown interest in having LeBron join their squad. He went on to say every day things change, and this is the first time that he's making a decision pressure-free. Senior writers Vincent Goodwill and David Dennis Jr. with us now. Let me just say, America, we all got on the same vibe, same color, so we're on to a good start right now, fellas. Let me just say that. But Vince, let me start with you. We've heard the possibility of LeBron to Miami, Cleveland, and Philly. What's another intriguing destination out there?
On Rich Paul's board, there was something that looked like the Denver Nuggets on that board. You think about what the Nuggets have not accomplished since winning the championship a few years ago. Knocked out in the second round twice, knocked out in the first round once. Like, this team has been far away from the championship discussion, but if you have LeBron James there next to Nikola Jokic and on a team that had the best offense in the league last year, they would be right back into the championship conversation. Can you imagine the pairing between those two guys with the way that offense runs? He could take a little bit of pressure off of Jokic. Jokic could take a lot of pressure off of him. I think that's an intriguing destination we haven't talked much about from a basketball standpoint. And I think in the Western Conference, that'd be a little bit scary.
Yeah, a lot scary, Vince. But David, I'll ask you what Vince just kind of put out in the air. What would a LeBron-Jokic pairing look like?
First of all, I don't know if I need to complain to HR or producers or whoever, but I was promised that I would not be on television agreeing with Vinny Goodwill, and I'm here first thing in the morning agreeing with Vinny Goodwill. I have a reputation to uphold, everybody. This is not good for my brand right now, but I do agree with him. It's the Denver Nuggets, and I saw it on the board. I perked up. It was interesting to me, the idea of LeBron James and Jokic together. They could roll the basketball out, and these dudes could just figure out how to play seamless basketball with one another. They're just that smart. And on a given night, LeBron James could be the third option on that team that gives him a little respite with Aaron Gordon there. If he's healthy, defensively he helps. Part of this, though, a little bit of this on Denver. They got to figure out what they're going to do with Peyton Watson, and if they're going to get, try to make that move for LeBron, which would put them in the second apron, which is something they do not really want to do. But Jokic deserves a real shot, and trying to get LeBron James there gives him another real shot and a crack at a championship.
All right, Vince, so what's the team that makes the most sense for LeBron?
Well, trust me and my humble brother David will certainly disagree on this one to restore his brand. The Miami Heat, a reunion with Pat Riley and Eric Spoelstra. When you think about what they have, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Bam Adebayo, you can just even take away what we're seeing now, LeBron, when he was at the peak of his powers. He doesn't have to be that with the Miami Heat. He can play off of Bam. He can play off of Giannis. Eric Spoelstra commandeered one of the better offenses in the league last year without a true number one option. You slot LeBron in there with the shooting of Tim Hardaway Jr., with the Heat's sort of know-how of finding guys on the edges, the way that they historically found guys like, the Gabe Vincents, the Max Struses of the world. The single easiest quality to find in the NBA is shooting. LeBron making a reunion with the Miami Heat, letting Giannis do all the things for the first 45 minutes. LeBron playing off of him, and then LeBron turning into a closer in the last 5 minutes of the game. That's something that makes logical sense to me.
Let's stick with that word, logical. David, and as Vince just said, you'll probably disagree with him. Where do you believe is the most logical landing spot for LeBron?
I feel so much better. Nature is healing because once again, I'm right and Vinny's wrong. So to me, it's Golden State. Golden State just makes perfect sense for LeBron James. When him and Steph Curry are together, it is basketball nirvana. We saw this at the Olympics. These two guys know how to play together. Just the idea of LeBron James, Stephen Curry, pick and roll, Draymond helping run that offense, the old guys getting together. This just feels like a storybook ending, a way to end that rivalry that defined so much of a decade ago. These guys giving it one more run. It makes basketball sense. It makes storytelling sense. It makes sense from a fan standpoint. This is just the perfect ending for the LeBron James and Stephen Curry rivalry.
Wherever he ends up, we're going to love it, and we're going to watch. LeBron turns 42 on December 30th, by the way.